Hello everybody, this is Martin Wong here coming for you for another live Facebook live trading using the TradeVSA. So how are you all doing? As for me, after back from my holiday and also the Diwali, I got a bit of cold, so you can see my sounds is a bit different, but nevertheless the show must go on for our audience in here. Now, very important, what we have seen so far currently is the event which is happening right now. Let me just get on to some of the dangerous stocks and things I want to talk about so you can see this right here. But perhaps what I want to talk about today is the US midterm election, which is ongoing now. Those of you who's been following the event would notice the US Senate will likely to be dominated by the US Republican, whereas as the House of Congress will be likely split between the Democrats. Okay, so what does that mean? It does mean that the overall Donald Trump will be in power should the Republican maintain the upper house, because the upper house is the one that sort of control the decision yes or no, but the lower house, which is the 435 seats that you see, will likely be dominated by Democrats, and that's one of what's going to pass through a lot of bill. But no doubt, Donald Trump being Donald Trump, he can pass through anything that's executive order. Now, in the case if the Democrat, which is the blue party that you see, all right, the blue party, the red is the Republican. Just remember that if you ever go to Google, the blue is opposition, the red is Donald Trump's side. And if they ever come in, one of the first thing Democrat will do to derail will be the perhaps try to reduce the tax cut which Donald Trump has so long been trying to put in. Because the tax cuts is important for the US economy to move forward, and that's why we see the market is really picking up today, because they felt that Donald Trump is likely to win this US midterm election. What does that mean? It means that a second term, which is beyond 2020, is likely to be Donald Trump. That also means the stock market will continue to rally as high as a build to better business deal. But what's really stopping today is the US-China trade war. Of course, we have seen last weekend the China are coming in to play ball with Donald Trump, and no doubt the US sanction which is currently ongoing with Iran will also be derailed should the Democrat come into the picture. They don't want all this Iran sanction, because this is a really hardcore base which is Donald Trump is really putting to forcing Iran to play by his ball. But it's interesting, we have seen early on the US sanction will reduce oil consumption, right? In a sense, so that's why oil prices are supposed to go out, and then all of a sudden now you see that all this thing is not happening in there, right? With the US sanction coming in on November 4th that you see. So for a layman, people tend to be say, hey, you'll probably be asking, US sanction is coming in, why is the oil price dropping, right? And that's why we always talk about smart money. Smart money knows that when the news are confirmed, just like buy on rumor, sell on fact. Now it's already a fact that the sanction will go on. Guess what? The oil price dropped. So that's but on the longer term, we still believe that the oil prices will move higher and not lower with this. Okay. Now today, on my right side here, I also have prepared a list for you of the danger stock that we have gone through to our TradeVSA screener, which I'm going to go on next. Okay. Now, if you log here, I'm just going to go into my part. Hey, nothing is that. Can you see?
I think
Video interrupted. It's not changing, the screen. Oh yeah, it's coming in very slow. Very slow, All right, now I apologize for the slower internet access that we have. We're having some problem with it, and we intend to change our vendor for that one. Now, what I have here currently is three market outlook that I prepared for you: the Kuala Lumpur Exchange, the Straits Times, and also the Dow Jones. Now, if you do notice, all three of them. Okay, let me just write this down. Right, I proceed on, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. we are in the red zone, red heat zone. Okay, this one is also red heat zone and also red heat zone. But the good news is that the market now seems to be moving to the upside. You can see that one. On the shorter terms, you can see this upside. Eventually, we will turn green, right? And that's the time that we want to feel that this is the time to buy. So definitely the 1720, okay, for the KLCI. Take note of that. 1720 for the KLCI, and for the Singapore is 3120. Uptake the old high that we have here, right? And for the Dow Jones will definitely be around the 25. I would say maybe this is 750. We're talking about 900 level. All right. So these are the three levels you have to take note of. The 1721 for the KLCI. This is the future index, and the Straits Times 3120 level, and for the Dow Jones is 2590. As soon as the market break through this level in here, we will see likely the heat zone turn to green, and that's will prompt a lot of buying. Of course, you can always go to our TradeVSA screener and check out some of the things that you want to buy. We'll definitely prepare another tutorial for you. For those of you who don't understand how to use the screener, especially our members in there, do get in touch with us and we will prepare some sort of tutorial or have a one-on-one coaching with Zach. Then for sure you can put on the mouse up in here. We want to have basically the green, green is the area that we want to be buying with the ST trend and also the LT trend here. And the purple one, it's what we call the momentum. Now, do bear in mind this is the 5th of October because the 6th of October was a public holiday. So, all in all, don't be too overly bearish. The market is turning back, as I've shown you here before. Now, let's go through what we have so far here in terms of the top news that we have. Trump lay low as voter got decide on the 5th of the Congress. Bursa rebounded from Monday. NPM price, all this. Foreign funds making a strong comeback, which what I did comment earlier on. Now, if you look at the foreign funds, this is the charts that you can go to under the Martin TF Wong dashboard. So you can see right in here, you have the red. These red circles are the foreign funds. All right. Let me just bring it up again. Just erase everything. These are foreign funds. Okay, but on Monday there was a big sell-off in here. The locals were buying. All right, this is partly due to the the anticipation of the what we call the U.S. midterm election, but it's going along the way. I do believe foreign funds are flowing in nicely in here. Someone have to buy. That's for sure. The locals are buying from the foreign funds selling. That is a good thing too, in a sense. The market is actually getting some volume coming in. That is very important in my opinion. And Singapore side is very similar too, although I don't have the Singapore charts of the foreign funds coming, but you can see from the charts early on that I have here, you can see the market is slightly turned, but 3120, that's for the Singapore side. Now on the stock pick that we have the last 2 weeks, 24th October did pretty well. You can see the 24th of October, Guangzhou is up 13%. That's because of the market recovering. Rand Hill, Sabat Dynamics, which is an oil and gas play, ever shine. You can check this out. And the way to do that, you can go right to the bottom of my blog, and you can see the trade idea and the trade idea close section. The close section result is a result after we are closed every 2 months. Now remember, all this trade that we do, our stock pick that we do every week, just bear in mind we only maintain it for 2 months. That is due to our back testing. We find out most stocks will run after 2 months. We take our profits. That's why we maintain a very shorter terms for our members. If you wish to carry on longer, it's good, but the 2 months period seems to give you the best result. And if you click on the trade idea close results that I share with you here, you will see many of these results just in terms of 2 months give you the best optimized result, and we would like to keep it that way too. Now for the 24th of October, that's been pretty well, and the 31st of October, you can see Maxter Technology, it's up about 3%. Jafta, this is a Singapore stock, doing pretty okay too. So you start to plot a kind of equity curve that you see here. Right, this is the one. So to make sure that the charts are doing what it is. All right. Now what we're going to do next is review the stock pick that we have last week. Pretty good. So this week Zach is going to come in after this shortly to go through some of the stock pick that we have and also look at some of the charts that you have. All right. So those of you who just joined in, I want to say hello to Jean. Hi Jean. Hi Peter. Chin. Rosalie, and a few more will join in later during our usual recording that we have here. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is just show you some of the perspective of a danger stock that I have on the screen here. Okay, so you see the first one I have for the danger stock, right, is Genting. Now I know a lot of people like to go in and jump in and buy Genting. This is Genting 3182. Okay, and I got live video interrupted. I just have to wait for it now. Okay, I think we are back in again. Good. All right. I was going to show you this chart here. So you can see Genting currently, this is Genting overall. Let me show you Genting Malaysia. Right, really taking a hammer. Right, there you go. Now we have saw this hidden potential selling and the market have an upthrust. We broke down, and in my opinion, do not buy Genting first. All right, do not buy Genting first. Wait for it to move sideways. When you see some sort of sign of strength, sign of weakness, that you know that the market not going to go down, then you get in. Now next one for the danger stock is Zicon. Now again, every week we are showing this, so to make sure you don't fall into a trap when you see a sell off. Then again, the hit zone is already red. So you can see here, this is a sell off, and this market is likely to continue in a stage 4. Okay, let me just clear that one out. Right, you can draw the charts here. Okay, likely continue down to a stage 4. So do avoid this kind of stocks, right? Next one I have here is Sembawang U96 Singapore. Again, we have a sell-off bar here that you can see. This one here, and the market's going to move, but you can see right around here, right? And this was a no demand bar. Despite we have all the spring and the test, we have this sell-off broke through this last line of defense, which is the ATR stop loss. So when you break through the ATR stop loss, do exit at this point. Okay, so that's here. Now for the safe stock, so far we had, and I really like this stock here is the Public Bank. Public Bank maintain a good. Those of you who really want to have a long-term play in the stock market, definitely can look at Public. I know public banks are really expensive. A lot of people don't like it, but this is something that can really grow your portfolio in the longer run. You can see, despite the market went through a lot of volatility, public bank just hang on. So for in terms of your volatility for your portfolio, it's good to have some public bank, especially now that we have here. Okay, then we just do the recording. The recording, we still have it here. Okay, I'll just continue with the recording since the video is quite bad, and this is where I need to clear that out. Okay, so you can see right now here we have this point here. Okay, where you have the spring, the market seems to be holding out around 2460 ringgit. And that's one going to be a good steady on part from that. Now we'll continue with the recording of this because the internet speed is so slow. So we apologize for that one because the bandwidth you're using here is pretty high. So right now we're just going to move on to the next that I have is the momentum stocks. Okay. Now for the momentum stocks will be 5TS. Called the Alpha Energy. Now Alpha Energy is the oil and gas stocks, and you can see volume finally came in on the 25th onwards, and that's maintaining it, and that's the things that we like. So you have some huge volume in here, but do keep a tight stop around 15 cents in here. All right. Next we have is the K1. K1, it's a Malaysian stock. K1 Technology, if I can find K. There's always a challenge looking for K1. I need to find the code first, right? Okay, K1, we're looking for K1 in here. K1, I will look for the stock code first for the K1. 0111. Okay, good. Now Zach has passed me the code in here. 0111. Okay, there we go. 0111. Okay, now you can see in here, this is a very nice stocks, because what we have here is the blowout. We have a line change here. Okay, let me just erase that first. So this is where you have the line change, took out, and also taking out of the upthrust. And every time that, remember one of our coaches say, we've been discussing inside by Fu, when you have upthrust taken out, that's a very powerful, and you also have volume coming in here. So that's a very good sign that this market can go forward, and you have another upthrust, likely the market moves. This is again, is a momentum stock. So momentum stocks, you should try to have a very tight stop loss in here. So make sure around maybe here, you don't put it at the ATR stop loss. That'll be too far away. Just keep it, and you can see that in here, you're still much in a stage 1 here. All right. Sorry, stage 2. Stage 2, this is a markup. Okay. Now that's good. Now we're going to go on to the next one, which is the back here is the Y2Z. Now you can see Y2Z is Yangtze. Are we still going live, or we still live? Yangtze. This one again choosing. Yeah, I have just YZJ. That's right. Yep, YZJ BS6. Okay, BS6. Now, why I still think this is still in the momentum, because no doubt you have the 19th of October. This stocks in here came off partly again due to the Trump factor, right? That we see the sell-off in here, but the market maintained its support at 117 Sing dollar, and it's beginning to move up. This is still a momentum stock in my opinion here. If you were to get in somewhere around here, put your stop loss around here, you might just still continue to move higher for that one. All right. And the last stocks that I really like, which in my opinion still did pretty well, right, is Dufu. Okay, Dufu is here, and that you can see here. Dufu again, very similar to what we just saw with YZJ, Yangtze or BS6. You can see it did sell out due to the Trump factor that we had, but continue to make uprise in here. No doubt the volumes is not significant. Again, if you were to want to get in here, I would say this would be a good spot to get in if you want to do the momentum move in here, right, and put a tight loss around here, right. No doubt it is a red zone. So when you play those momentum stocks in here, think of it of using your ATR stop loss. There's an ATR stop loss in here. I just need to switch it on, right, but I'm not going to show it here now. So put it along in here. The red zone is more of a trend. This tells the trend is going down, but of course, if you were to cut here, then that will probably provide you a very good protective stop loss. If the market were to go higher, good, you're into the trend now, right, with the Dufu. So that's all I have for the danger stocks. And is Zach ready, right? So I'm going to bring in Zach now in here to do the remaining part of our trade there, and be great. Okay, so I'm just going to put a short interlude, and you guys can I'll come back in later.
Okay, welcome back everyone. Okay, first of all, apologize for the delay. I think there is some delay between the Facebook Live and the recordings from here. So if you got any questions or stocks to be reviewed, do let me know by comment below, so I will help you to review from here. Okay, so later on we will upload the recordings video, so you have more clear versions, okay, without any delay. And okay, I'm going to continue from our last week's session. I think last week I do talk about sign of weakness, sell-off signals, and how you're going to use the sell-off. Probably I just write it here. Okay. Okay, basically I think last week we do discuss about how we're going to use sell-off signal to determine whether this is a reaccumulation or distribution. Okay, so by looking at the support level or resistance, right? So this is things that I do share with members last week. If you missed it, you can watch back the last week of live training. Okay, and this is the conceptual map again I shared with you last week. And this is the sell-off bar, okay, SO. Okay, usually sell-off begins, okay, on the left hand side we have a stage 2, okay, stage 2 markup, S2, and then followed by weakness on top, okay, with high volume. So usually this will form an UT, and market will move sideways, okay, because distribution is happening, and from a support, okay, from a support. So this SO sell-off bar will broke through this support with high volume, which means this is the beginning of stage 4, okay, and then this is stage 3. Okay, so hope members still remember, okay, the sharing from last week. Okay, and then I will share with you also some of the case study from last week. I think last week we do mention about Hibiscus, Inari, Clinton, Datasonics, and this week I have a new stocks from Singapore, Sheng Siong. I will share with you also the patterns and the chart by using a sell-off signal to determine whether currently smart money is it still interested in this stocks or not, whether this is a beginning of stage 4 or it's a continuation, or it's a flush out by the smart money. Okay, let's look at the chart. First we have Hibiscus. Okay, this is the chart Hibiscus. I do some drawing annotation from last week. Okay, let me remove and draw again. So as I mentioned, this is the supports, right, last week. Okay, this is the resistance, the pure resistance, and this is the PTS, right, pushing through supply by with widespread bar and high volume. Okay, we can see volumes over here, and we have one spring bar, okay, at support, okay, very nicely here. But these two sell-off bar, notice that it break below and form a new resistance again. Okay, so I think last week I do share with you also, we prefer the price to stay above, okay, to ensure that smart monies continue to support the price, okay, by to identify whether current this few bars, is it the beginning of stage 4 or is a flush out by smart money. Okay, but seems like this price, okay, still unable to break above the line, okay, and form a support level. So definitely no entry for Hibiscus at the moment. Okay, the next one I have for case study is Inari. Okay, again Inari, a very obvious one. Okay, I think last week and last week also I do mention about gap down and get up by forming a support resistance. Okay, this is the gaps, right? Gaps, and we have a resistance here. Okay, resistance, right? So price again still unable to break above this resistance, and this is a current trend, okay, still in stage 4, and of course currently is still in the bearish hit zone. Okay, so again no entry yet. Okay, by using this SO, okay, by using this sell off signals, we're able to identify, okay, currently the market stages, okay, stage 4, and then definitely there's no intention, no, from the smart money that they want to push this price up again. Okay, okay, the next stocks we have from last week case study is Curlington. Curlington is slightly different compared to Hibiscus and Inari. Okay, so far I got only one stocks to review from Jin. Okay, BOTZ. If members, other members do have others stocks to review, kindly comments below at the live Facebook. Okay, Curlington is slightly different because I do see the price go back to the support level, right? So first is that I want you to pay attention to these two bars, okay, spring bar, okay, and it forms a pretty good support, okay, over here. So this is the sell off bar on 29 October. Okay, when we do last week, when we have our live Facebook, it's on 31st, this bar, I do mention that if the price maintains and keep above this support level, okay, yes, then you can consider to enter for Curlington. And yes, for this week, you can see yesterday we do have a test, or sorry, Monday we do have a test, and we want to see whether today it will confirm the test or not by closing up higher, okay, on the Monday's bar, okay, above the Monday's bar. So this will be my next resistance, okay, and I would like to buy somewhere close around support level, so I have a very good risk to reward ratio. Okay, you can take some partial profit if you hit this resistance, okay, and let it run for the remaining of the trade. Okay, Curlington is a bit different compared to Inari Hibiscus because it break above, okay, the resistance and go back to the previous support level. So which means this sell off bar, okay, is a spring bar for me. If you combine 3 bar, okay, together, is a spring bar, which means it's a flush out from the smart money. Okay, next that I have is Datasonic. Okay, Datasonics, we have a technical rebound. I think I have some chat with Siu Ping. I hope Siu Ping is still watching this video. Okay, so she told me that she like to trade, you know, a short-term trade on the downtrend, on the pullbacks of the downtrend. So this is currently forming a very good technical rebound. Okay, technical rebound on downtrend. Okay, but you need to for me, if you want to trade for these stocks in shorter terms, right, click on the hourly charts for the entry, okay, rather than use daily charts. Okay, so the hourly charts entry is earlier over here, okay, and you can run your trade. And of course today we have this uptrust, but this uptrust, okay, it's not confirmed, it's not follow through because price close up higher again, and now today we have another uptrust. So we're going to see the subsequent bar whether it close below or not. Okay, definitely Datasonics using daily charts, still no edge for you to enter for today. Okay, lastly we have one stocks from Singapore, Sheng Siong. Okay, Sheng Siong have a pretty similar patterns compared to Hibiscus and Inari. Okay, I'd like to draw attention to this bar, sell-off bar. Okay, this is the resistance, turn to support, and now become resistance back. Okay, price try to retest as the resistance, but we can see another sign of weakness. Okay, and price unable to break up higher to the previous support level. Okay, now this trade, these stocks will continue the trend, okay, the downtrend stage 4. Okay, and definitely no edge for you to trade at the moment. Okay, I can see any specific signals for you to enter for Sheng Siong. Yeah, no, the interrupts. Okay.
So you continue recording?
Yeah, I continue the recording. Then I'll upload later on. Okay. So now for the remaining of time, I'm going to review some of the stocks that we picked last week. I have Maxter for last week. Okay, Maxter still trading within the range. Okay. We have these two bars, a very good support bar, spring. Okay, and today we have forming a test bar. Okay, if today this bar form a test bar followed by a successful test, then you can probably enter using the test strategy. Okay, using the test screen as we have here. Okay, still pretty good for Maxter, holding on the reaccumulation level. Okay, trading just within the range. Okay. The next one I have is from Singapore, Jaffa. Okay, I think Jaffa is pretty similar with Clinton. If you look back on the charts patterns that their form, okay, their form, you can see this is one sell off. Okay, broke through this support level, and then currently from a resistance at this period, right? Market test and test again, I'm able to break up, and finally smart money push up with a widespread bar with high volume. And as you can see within this range, right, price just supported very well at support level. This is the place that you want to plan your trade. Okay, you want to enter because this is at very low risk. Okay, you can see one NS over here. Okay, let me remove this. One NS bar followed by confirmation NS bar. Okay, this is the place that you want to get in, okay, for your stock, because this is a very low risk trade with a strong background. Okay, definitely this is the flush, okay, by the smart money over here. Okay, okay, I will proceed. Okay, the next I have is from Hong Kong. Okay, similar with Maxter and Jaffa, still holding pretty well. Okay, this is the resistance, now support. Okay, I've got a very good spring bar over here also, flushing out the weekend holders, and price just going up. Okay, today we almost form another 18 LC. Okay, but of course this comes with low volume. We will see what happens towards the end of the day. Okay, no weakness yet, so for those members who enter for this trade, keep running your profits. Okay, so for this week, okay, for this week I have 3 stocks from our stock trade idea. From KISE I have MISC, Hong Kong Sydney Solar, and for US market I have Clipper Realty. Okay, of course I can't find any good setup for Singapore today. I will share more if I could find any. Okay, so first let's review MISC and the reason why we pick up MISC. Okay, we look at the chart patterns. Okay, this is MISC. Okay, so pay attention on here. Okay, this is a sell off. Okay, sell off. and break below the supports. Okay, this is the previous support, okay. So these two sell-off bar have broke below this support level and form the resistance. Okay, form a resistance here. This is the support, and as you can see also, market tried to break above with the first attempt, but this one failed. Okay, and continue on the stage 4. But look at this bar. Okay, it break above widespread bar with high volume. Okay, now currently let's go back to support level. Okay, and if you look back to the chart, it's actually pretty similar with Sheng Siong and Clinton, how it formed. Okay, basically from sell off, okay, it go back up. The first attempt it failed. Okay, and then go back to the previous support again and break above with high volume. Okay, pretty similar like Clinton's and Sheng Siong. So I'd like to see whether what happens the next few days. Of course, it would be the best if it form an NS bar. Okay, NS. Okay, and confirm NS, so I can trade at the lower risk. Okay, for MASC. The next one that I have is from Hong Kong, Xingyi Solar. Again, similar pattern with MASC, and why I picked these stocks. Okay, sell off bar. And this has formed a resistance, right? Price just test resistance but fail, and subsequently this bar break above the support. Okay, sometimes we call this PTS. Okay, a widespread bar with high volume. Okay, of course I want to see some pullbacks from these stocks. Okay, again, look at the support level. This is supports. Look for NS, spring, or test. Okay, to trade at the lower risk. Okay, lastly I have is from NYSE Clipper Realty. Okay, Clipper Realty, no doubt, looking at the background, we have a very nice uptrend, right? Stage 2. And currently form a reaccumulations over here. Okay, just trade within the range. Price just going sideways within the range and broke through the resistance with high volume. Okay, going into new high. Okay, definitely we have a strength in the background. So again, price might pull back after the widespread bar. Okay, look for NS trade. Okay, to have a low risk trade for you. Okay, so this is the 3 stocks that we have for this week's stock trade idea: MASC, Xingyi, and Clipper. So of course the video has interrupted in Facebook Live, so I'm going to review one of those stocks by our member Jin. If you have any other stocks that you want me to review, feel free to comment, so I will do another separate video and post it up to the groups again. Okay, so I got one stocks here today, BOTZ. Okay, from Nasdaq. Okay, this stock definitely no H. Okay, no H for me. Okay, definitely still in the downtrend. Looking at the left hand side, I got a lot of weakness. Okay, I got a lot of gaps. Okay, for these stocks. So one thing that I noticed is that this supports. Okay, this is very strong support. Supposing this supports, the price should not be broke below this support. Okay, but we have one sell off here. Okay, one sell off here, and we got few more support break below these supports. Okay, so definitely no edge for now. I don't know, Jin, whether are you monitoring or have you gone into this trade? So if you are monitoring, not for now. Okay, look for more solid support, okay, with some reversal patterns. Okay, you can look at some sort like Clinton, how it formed a reversal, okay, after a sell off. Okay, price just go back up to the previous resistance, okay, previous support, sorry, the old support level, okay, and forming another very good sideways movement with low volume. Okay, so I think that's all we have. Sorry for interruption. We will upload this video to the Facebook group. Okay, thank you everyone for watching.